One of the things that was most unique, particularly for those instances where we've had people wander off from their home, where family was caring for them, or even some of our facilities, professional facilities, and we got involved in Project Lifesaver. And I know some of you are actually on it, where you wear a bracelet, wristlet, that can be electronically tracked. And I've actually asked Angela and Jackie to bring some of the equipment to just give you a quick look at how can we find you in the 2,000 square miles that we are responsible for. And one of those ways is to participate in Project Lifesaver. So could you just explain what you've got there and what that does?
I think everybody can hear me. I can talk a little bit louder. I used to be a cheerleader, so I can do this. Project Lifesaver is actually a national program. They've done over 2,500 searches with 0 fatalities and 0 serious injuries. The average search time without this equipment,
save your voice.
the average search time without the equipment is 8 hours. And that can cost an agency over $300,000 in manpower and equipment to go do those searches. The average search time with the equipment is only 30 minutes. So not only is it a life-saving measure, it's also cost-saving. And what the bracelet is a simple bracelet like this that is worn on a wrist or ankle. And you can see, maybe, that there's a little red light flashing here. That's telling us that this equipment is currently working. It's checking the battery for us. And when we turn on the receiver, okay, that beeping sound is the receiver tracking this bracelet. The handheld receiver has a 1-mile radius, and we have one that is attached to our helicopter, and that has a 5 to 7 mile radius. The nice thing about these are not GPS. Because if we have cell phones, we know how well sometimes that works in buildings and stuff. Not so well. But the radio frequency can be tracked into buildings through a thick brush, anything like that. These are water resistant, not waterproof, so we do our best to not have them soaking in bathtubs and things like that, but they will still function. There is some cost, but we have a benefactor here in Carter County called the Pilot Club of Naples, who have helped us provide some of these bracelets to people at a reduced rate, because we don't want anybody to be without this if they need it. Okay? We'll be up here if you guys have any other questions about these programs too.
Thank you. Again, technology, just a terrific thing. We're using it wherever we can in the organization. As we said, whether it be the helicopter or on the ground, it can really save lives, number one, that's what it's for, but also save time and expense so that we can provide you that service. Some of the other things, the file of life, and I know many of you have had that. The packet comes with 2 pieces of information. One is to keep in your home on your refrigerator, where you can fill out personal information so that if you have a medical emergency of some sort and we get there and EMS gets there, we know better what you have been facing. There's also a small one that you can carry along with you. We brought a number of those here today, so if you're interested in doing that, we certainly want you to do that. There are a lot of things that we do. We have also our care program, community assistance, resource, and education program. We've got a handout in the flyer for that, and I think the updated version is or our senior services brochure is here. We can provide information to you on that. Our senior connection, where we have volunteers that make contact with those who live alone. We have a particular information number that we can get that to you if you want to participate in either way. If you want to be contacted to see how you're doing on a daily basis, an informal check via the telephone, that's an important thing. Again, it's communities taking care of itself and others within the community, and that's what makes it such a terrific program. We've got a referral program where there are a lot of services that we can provide information to you and those of your family members who need that. You just tell us, what particular service that you need or what question you have. We can refer you to that. We've also started this past year the 211 system, where you can go right on your phone, and if you don't have a medical emergency or another emergency and you're just looking for information, you can call 211 and they will refer you to people that can help. And that's actually probably even a little quicker. So again, if it's a non-law enforcement or a non-medical type of a question, and certainly a non-emergency, and you're just trying to track down some general information or service that can help you, we just put that in place in January, and that is increasing month to month with the number of calls we're getting. Much more effective in providing you the best, most current information because it's all vetted to make sure that the services are still in place. We have the right numbers. We've also put together the Collier Senior Resources group. As you know, a couple of years ago there was a movement on to find and locate a facility to provide services. I can tell you that didn't get off the ground a couple of years ago, but we have gotten back together. I'm on the board of directors there. We are now looking at a variety of different ways to provide those services. And one of the ways that we looked at not too long ago was done in Cape Coral, and that is they use multiple smaller facilities to provide contact and service. And if you think about what I was mentioning before, about 2,000 square miles, we really think that that's a more appropriate way to go, because if you had to drive 50 miles to get to one, you're probably not going to go there. And you can do that in Collier County fairly easily. In fact, if you go from Marco Island to, say, Immokalee, it's even longer than that. So we need to look at a different way to do it. They are partnered in Cape Coral with the United Way, and we're looking at different ways we can partner here and provide those facilities. So that's a very, very good step for the future. We provide training to our law enforcement partners, City of Naples, Marco Island, our fire departments, our fire districts, in senior-related support services. That's very important. Angela does a lot of that. She does a terrific job with that. And we like to keep everybody up on what's available and how to handle situations. We have a crisis intervention team training program. I felt that 4 years ago that was one of the most critical programs that we could have, and it's not relegated to just, it started in the mental health field or the mental illness field, but what it teaches law enforcement officers is how to work more effectively, solicit information, talk with people, and de-escalate situations to provide the best resource and service no matter what your problem is when you call us. So it was great training for our people, gave a lot more resources, and it really allows us to do what we want to do more of, and that is service to others before self. How can we help you when you call? How to recognize different types of a problem. Is it a crime problem? Is it a mental health problem? Is it a physical dementia problem? And then once you identify that, then you know better how to handle where you need to go. So we're putting a lot more time and effort into that, more than we ever have before. I will tell you that we have now trained countywide more than 600 law enforcement officers through this 40-hour program. And it's very, very successful. We've had a lot of positive feedback. More importantly, we've had a lot of positive results. So we are going to continue to do that. We also do state-mandated training each and every year for senior resources. It's a continuing education training as well as in the original academies. So we are making a significant investment. We will continue to make that with our own members. And continue to provide the highest and best quality of service that we can to you.